Will this night roll on forever? Will this darkness ever end? Right now the only thing that matters is getting back to you again. But tonight I guess it'll be this highway and me. Something brand new for you.
Yeah,
Well, fairly new. Thank you.
and Joe, we are streaming also on the OEA website today, and also the Old Market site, or the
And the
Old Market
Reader?
and the Readers.
In the reader. Wow, we're getting out there.
Yeah,
We are out there.
I think I'm doing one of these virtual shows for OEA later this summer.
Beautiful.
Or threatening to, anyway. We'll play a little blues number off the first album. That album was titled Find Another Fool. There's a tender little ditty called Stranded. I'm stranded between love and leaving you. I'm stranded between love and leaving you. No matter how hard I try, can't escape my love for you. I'm lonely, so lonely without your love. So lonely, so lonely without your love. Well, I can't shake these lonely feelings when it's you I'm thinking of. you've done me wrong. I'm angry. Girl, you know you've done me wrong. Lord, stop these angry feelings, or time here won't be long. Trying to find another Fool album. That's strange.
Yeah. Nice. Very nice. All right. Bill Salmon joined in. Hello, Bill.
Rick Madsen, Jim Enderbrock, Jason Hennebayer, Jim White, oh. Dale Jones.
My coworker, Dale Jones.
We better do a John Prine song, don't you think?
Yeah, why not?
Oh yeah. EB3. God love you. Thomas Miola.
Thomas.
Here's a song that John Prine wrote. He wrote it through a woman's eyes, he said. I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. If dreams were lightning and thunder was desire, this old house would have burned down such a long time ago. So make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster for no rodeo. Just give me one thing, Lord, I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. He weren't much to look at, just a free rambling man. But that was a long time, and no matter how I tried, the years had just flown by like a broken down dam. make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of a no rodeo. Just give me one thing, Lord, that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen, I can hear 'em buzzing. Ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning and come home in the evening and have nothing to say? So make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of no rodeo. Just give me one thing, Lord, I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
Nice.
Music by John Prine. God rest his soul.
Absolutely. That has been a popular number here recently. This is good.
I bet it has.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's almost every show that's been on, which is kind of neat because everybody's done their own interpretation of it.
Well, I wouldn't have learned it for the show if I'd have known everybody else was doing it.
No.
No.
Thankfully, if Mitch Town's listening, no Journey has been played yet on this show.
Or Sticks.
Don't get him any ideas.
All right. Here's another one you may recognize. Another one of my favorite artists. This one by Greg Allman. Crossroads seem to come and go. The gypsy flies from coast to coast, knowing many, loving none, beer and sorrow having fun. But back home you'll always run to sweet Melissa. Freight train, each car looks the same. and no one knows Gypsy's name. No one hears his lonely sighs. There are no blankets where he lies. But through his dreams a gypsy flies to sweet Melissa. Again the morning's come, again he's on the run. Sunbeam shining through his hair, appears not to have a care. So pick up your gear, gypsy, roll on, roll on. Crossroads, would you ever let him go? And where'd you hide the dead man's gold? Will his spirit fall away? Or will he lie beneath the plain? I know that he won't stay without Melissa. Yes, I know that he won't stay without Melissa.
Beautiful. Wow.
Songs from two of my faves.
Beautiful.
What do you say we do a little blues number and then have a little time at the bar?
Sounds good.
Sounds wonderful. My wine glass is empty.
No,
So it's-
mine is too.
That's how that works, ain't it?
Yeah, crap.
Here's one off the 2014 Find Another Fool album. This is called Someone Else's Blues. Comes a time when a man must do what he don't want to. I was there, didn't know what to do. All these feelings deep inside I had to set aside, so my mind found a clearer point of view. Lord, help me please to make these someone else's blues. I gave you a home when you was out on your own. Girl, I was there when you found yourself alone. Now it's so hard to describe all this hurt I felt inside when I realized your love for me was wrong. Lord, help me please to make these someone else's blue. Now you stand there and you cry, 'cause I won't give one more try. And now your heart's so lonesome and so blue. And woman, can't you see, if it's love you set me free from all the hurt that you put me through. Girl, it just ain't you, my heart's been hurting too, but you left me nothing else I could do. Lord, help me please to make these someone else's blues. Lord, help me please to make these someone else's blues. Let's have one.
Mars, if you want to get the bar mic up, you probably have.
Got it up. It be up.
If you want to go behind the bar, I'm going to switch our camera. So I got a shot of us over
We're
there.
going to go behind the bar. Hey, y'all.
All right, I'm going to turn a little music on. Right in front of the camera there. Hello, everybody.
Hey, Tara. Hey, Rick. Mr. Miola.
Yeah, I got a lot of big crowd watching tonight. That's good. Joe, I'm going to load up your scotch if that's all right.
Yeah, you betcha. I'm going to load up mine.
All right. So, folks, thanks for tuning in. This is our first time having Joe. Joe was at the pub several times, which is always great. And unfortunately, I looked at my notes, and Joe was scheduled to play prior to us closing with a band.
With a trio, yeah.
With a trio, darn it. So we missed out on that, but maybe sometime in the future we can convince Joe to bring the trio over here. We'll see.
We could do that, especially
But-
if you're pouring them like that.
Absolutely. But thanks again for joining us. I appreciate it. I'm looking a little purple here. I got the light on me. Folks, one thing that would be helpful, you saw the Twitch screen up there. We're getting close to having the number of Twitch followers we need to be able to bump up to full 1080p resolution. We're like 10 people shy. So if you're able to follow us on Twitch, that helps us. Mars is hiding from the camera there.
No, you got my big fat face in it.
So Joe's got a couple of his albums up here. Joe,
Yeah.
I know you did one just released recently back in November.
Right here, down this road.
All right, and where was that live show at, the release show? I saw a video of it.
Oh, that was at Stocks and Bonds.
Stocks and Bonds, okay.
Yeah, so...
They're reopening soon.
I think they are reopening in
That's
June,
good
I
to
believe.
hear.
That's what I'm hearing.
yeah, so that was a big night. You know,
And I know so many of these cats on this record.
oh, you
here.
know all those guys, man.
Carlos Figueroa on drums. Rat
Yeah.
Pack Jazz played at our place
Yeah.
several times. Craig Balderston plays with everybody.
The People's Bass Player.
Yeah, and Kevin Lloyd with he's
Everybody.
been in Dundee doing the accordion
Oh, yeah.
afternoons recently, which is kind of cool. Kevin, if you're watching,
I
hello.
talked to Kevin yesterday. He was on his way out to Scotts Bluff just
Okay.
because he needed to get out of the city, he said.
Yeah,
And I think he got a stimulus check. He's going to Scotts Bluff to play Frisbee golf
nice.
and camp.
And he played with Sailing and Soup at our place a lot, and that was an
Yeah, yeah.
amazing act as
Kevin's
well.
a neighborhood guy, man. Me and Kevy hang.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about it.
Well, basically,
The live clip I saw, I don't want to say it sounded like the Eagles, but it reminded me of the Eagles a little bit.
You know what?
Which is kind of a cool
This
influence.
album turned out like
kind of-
all the music I grew up listening to. That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, it was important for me to get these stories out, and this album was kind of a step forward for me in the entire process. I think that's what's good about doing an album, man, because it pushes you farther down that path, whichever path or however far down that path you are, it'll take you down there, and it's always just a real rewarding process to take the concept of a song idea. You know, these songs started out just acoustic demos, you know, and I put the song in its rawest forms in the hands of, and they're fine musicians, you know.
Yep.
And trust their interpretation of it, and then we go in the studio and hash it out, you know, and you know.
And you went to Warehouse, which Tom Wares, longtime friend of both of us, and he's an amazing engineer.
What a place! That door slams in there, man. And you don't care what's going out.
It is
going
an
outside.
amazing facility. That is truly a beautiful place.
Tom is an amazing man.
Yeah, he's a good guy, and he's become a friend over these last two projects too. So having said that, you know, it's kind of a double-edged sword. If you had a band that you were working with full time, and you had all these songs in your pocket and everything was slick, you could go in there. So there was always things that came up that you weren't expecting. A lot of happy surprises in it too, you know.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, and one musician will influence a whole song just with his interpretation sometimes of what his one part does, you know.
Yeah.
And there was
What
a lot.
was one of those on this one?
Well, one example that pops out, and there's a swing song on there, and the chord progression and the bass group is walking through the change is real nice. And it was during Kevin, we took two solos, I was playing an acoustic solo on it, and Kevin was playing a piano solo. And as the chords are moving through and the bass is walking through, Kevin just softens up on his solo and lets that chord movement, that melodic movement of the whole song become part of his solo. And then just kind of slips in. It's the most natural thing. And it's like what he didn't play in that point was amazing. And it's like, you know, I didn't see it coming. I was waiting,
Nice.
you know, and it's like, God, I just love that. But the album's full of those things.
So how did you track it there? Did you do your parts and then build around, or did you have full band like drum and bass?
Getting all these guys together is impossible. They're all They're all freelance musicians, you know. So we'd basically go in with Carlos and Craig and myself on acoustic guitar and put down the basic essence of the song, and then we get copies of that off to the other pickers that were going to be on the song and let them have some time to sit with it, and then come in one at a time and fill in.
Which we've done a lot of that. It's kind of an interesting thing to hear. You're right. There's a different interpretation when you've got a band and you slam it out every night for months on end. There's kind of a synergy there. But when you also don't know what the other people are going to do, and you have players that can walk in and just drop something in, it can totally make the song
evolve.
Yeah. So it's a different. It's kind of an interesting thing.
And then
We've done
a
it both.
producer can come in and pick something that you hadn't thought of.
And combinations of stuff, you know, so that and that part of the process I've kind of grown to enjoy that, you know. And so it took over a year to do this because it just does.
It does. It's a long process.
And then the funniest thing was I got to share this story. So we get done with the album, you know, and we're going to have an album release party, and we got done with the album, and it was 3 months before we could get everybody together on the same date and find a room that would have the party. So we got all that done. It's November 10th, and so on the 9th, I wanted to have a little rehearsal because we all didn't ever play together at the same time, you know, so we wanted to have a little rehearsal.
Right.
And well, you know, there's 9 different pickers that played on this album. We got 4 of us together for the rehearsal, you know. The best we could do the day before. How it goes. The day before on Saturday. So we were going to run through the tunes on the album, and the rehearsal just stunk. It was terrible.
That's a good sign.
It was absolutely, but it didn't do anything for my confidence.
Right.
It's a good sign.
You know, we had a lot of people coming, and they're paying hard-earned money to get in the door, and there's a big debt against an album after you get done with so you want to sell a bunch of them.
Sure.
And you want people to walk out of there happy. And Craig called me up about 10 o'clock that night, and he said, "Hey man, don't worry." He's just, and that's just what you said. Bad rehearsal, good gig.
Absolutely.
And he said, "You got all pros around you. Everybody knows what they need to fix."
Yeah.
And shoot, it wasn't 2 beats into that concert, man. I felt like I was sitting on a couch. You know?
There you go.
And I just pretty soon I felt, you know, more like a quarterback. You know, just directing these guys that had it, man. It was a beautiful thing. I wish I could live in that moment.
You had a lot of players there. You had at least
9.
some strings. Yeah, I heard
fiddle, steel guitar.
Yeah, I heard, and
Kevin on B3.
Yeah, beautiful.
And piano. Of course, Craig Carlos. I had some of these songs so laden with guitar tracks that I had to hire another guitar player to help me fill in all these parts. So Steve Dallas, he woodshedded really hard learning all these parts on these songs, and he came and played with us because one of these songs on there has a guitar twin for the melody line, you know. So the only time we've ever played that live together, because I put all that harmony part I put together in the studio myself. So without rehearsal, me and Stevie threw that out live on stage, you know, and it was not flawless, but it was pretty good, you know. And God, it was exciting. That night it was like a dream. It was over, you know. And it was funny. There's drinks like this just rolling up on stage, you know? And the adrenaline was pumping so much. I was like, boom, you know. And then, but once you know, and we play. This is heavily on the countryside as well, you know, kind of Eagle-ish.
It's got that nice '70s California country rock vibe. The bits that I've heard are really beautiful, and they kind of fall right in there. The Jackson Browne and
there's a few that are just gut bucket country, you know, just down home country.
Nice.
And to take that into a bar that's basically the home of the Omaha Blues Society, you know.
Yeah.
It went over well. I was very pleased when that was over with, and so that's the last band gig I've done, you know.
And you've got some other releases earlier.
Yeah, and then 2014 was this was heavy duty blues. It had the Almighty Joe Baker's horn section back me in this.
Nice.
And I never did do a CD release concert for this. I just threw a big party. It was like and Nancy had this. We did it at Castle Barrett, you know, and Nancy had the place looking beautiful. And we had a nice turnout, and all I did was serve a bunch of food and sell a bunch of albums and meet and greet.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. And it wasn't until last September that I got to perform any of them big horn tunes with a band live, and that was at Greg Lindbergh's 40th anniversary for Shucks. He threw a huge party out there on 120th, you know. So, and there was a multitude of musicians there and a core band, and we got to perform 2 of the big horn tracks off of this, and so up until this COVID thing happened, man, we were having a real good time.
Yeah, it's definitely changed everything. It's been a pretty regular topic of conversation here during our breaks, and it's hard to tell what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. I mean, I joked to Mars the other day that, some of those bands like the Stones and stuff that have the meet and greets where they charge an extra $500 or whatever to shake hands, that might go away. Those cats are in the age range that it's a little dangerous, so you got to wonder how much of that is going to change,
Do you really think Keith Richards is worried about this?
Yeah, I don't think Keith is. I think Keith and Ozzy will be there long after we're all gone, for sure. But and you had, what is this, a third release you had here?
No, I brought one for you guys.
Okay, thank you. That's very nice.
Thank you.
So we're going to fire back up. I'm going to put on a little blues while we get the camera situated. Thanks again for people for hanging around.
Yeah.
Thanks to Reader, the OEAs, the Old Market. I popped a graphic up earlier. I think it'd be interesting to know now how much of the Old Market is starting to open again. But they've been
There's a page
partially
on their
open.
website.
Yeah, there is on the Old Market website. It'll tell you
who's open and when,
what's
and
open,
what they're doing.
And then I apologize. I'm going to put a Reader's. I think it's a voting best of kind of thing. I believe they extended the date because of the COVID thing. So I'll put the graphic up there. I think it says 4:30 is the end, but I believe I read that it's extended. So if not, I apologize for the error. But I'm going to refresh my wine, turn on some blues, ready to get the cameras going. Joe's going to go some more here. Thank you, folks, for hanging around. Back. Follow up.
Our mic is still live.
Our mic is live. Sorry, we're amateurs here. Apologies.
Hey,
here we go.
Two-man operation.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah. We are live. All right, we ready? Here's one off the latest album. This is called Send You Back. Before I met you, woman, I was fine on my own. Now you're coming on so strong to rub my happy home. Listen to me, woman, things about to get real. No man need a woman to cook a decent meal. Well, let it ride. What you've done to my home, I'm gonna send you back to your mama. She the one to raise your own. Bit by bit, you've been messing with my life. Don't take me for the fool. Take wife. Don't mess with my friends, don't go through my phone. It's clear to see, woman, I'd be better off alone. Well, it ain't right what you've done to my home. I'm gonna send you back to your mama, 'cause she the one that raised you wrong. I've had all I can take of your schoolgirl ways, you're more than most men would do. Now I've seen the light, it's gone clear, there just ain't no pleasing you. Before I met you, woman, I was fine on my own. Now you're coming on so strong, just rub my happy home. Listen to me, woman, things about to get real. Ain't no man need a woman can cook a decent meal. Well, it ain't right what you've done to my home. I'm gonna send you back to your mama, she the one that raised your own. I'm gonna send you back to your mama, she the one that raised your own. Go on, get. That was a song about a bad girl.
I don't know any bad girls.
Or maybe not a bad girl, a girl that went bad.
Oh.
Here's another one off the new album. This song is very dear to my heart. Years ago, I had a friend and mentor and buddy, guitar player, old Ron Brewer, that I used to work in a band with. Ron did a lot of country and blues music. Taught me a lot about the business and what goes on in this business. He was a kind of a traveling guy. He moved around a lot. Never let grass grow under his feet. He got ill and passed away while I hadn't had a chance to see him in a couple of years, and I got the word secondhand. So here's a tribute song to a guy that kind of influenced my playing and was a good buddy. This is called Guitar Playing Friend. He never stayed in one place long. His life was just a country song. I won't forget the day that I met him. In a quiet room on a weekday's night, he sang his song and changed my life. And he became my guitar playing friend. I was just a kid without a clue. My guitar friend knew what to do in those late, late nights of whiskey, women, and sin. He called me his only son, and I was proud to be the one. It was just another round of him. Those guitar licks that felt so right, searing through the neon night, and a voice that haunts me to no end. What I'd give for one more night, staring through those old stage lights in my guitar playing friends. I wasn't there the day he died. Somebody said they played Mama Tried. Now he's got songs that we'll never hear again. A drifter's life that passed on by. I wish I'd got to say goodbye to my guitar playing friend. Those guitar licks that felt so right, searing through the neon night, and a heart that just wouldn't mend. What I'd give for one more night, staring through those old stage lights of my guitar playing friend. He never stayed in one place long. His life was just a country song. He was my guitar playing friend. Song from my old pal Ronnie Brewer, guitar playing friend. Ronnie was a rascal.
Cheers, Sir Ronnie.
He was the son of a Pentecostal preacher.
Oh, wow.
He could cuss and quote the Bible like no other.
In tongues.
All right, let's lighten the mood a little bit. Let's swing it. I'm gonna send this song out to my old buddy Tom, my old pal Tom. We go way back. One day he was saying, "I think I got a song idea for you. I got a hook line." I said, "All right, lay it on me. Lay it on me." He said, "What do you think about a line like "Good day for a bad habit"?" That's catchy. It's catchy. I'd probably do something with that.
Nice.
And I did. Now it made it on an album. Little swing song called Good Day for a Bad Habit. That's one of them songs about missing home. I've been not too long on this old road. The same old songs I got so damn old, that's true. And nothing else would do. But one good day with a bad bad habit like you. When I hit town, I'm gonna drink my drink and smoke some smoke, and just when you think I'm through, well, I ain't through. I'll need one good day with a bad habit like you. Come on, bad habit. Now, honey, hush, your daddy's come back home. When the sun comes up, a good chance I'll be gone. You know, I hear that call, the highway's drawn. A lonesome life out there alone, that's true. And nothing else would do. But one good day with a bad habit like you, I sure love my stay with a bad habit like you. It's been one fine day, and I love to play. I've had one good day with a bad habit like you. Like you. Like you. It's a good day for a bad habit, y'all.
Nice. Very nice.
That was the particular song I was referring to when I was telling about one of those little pleasures that came up during the recording session. And,
wine is good.
are you guys getting the sound of that ice in there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Nice touch.
Clinky, clinky. All good.
Matt Cox coming up Saturday night, everybody.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
You know, I've never met Matt.
That's a nice guy.
I've seen him play one time, but we just never have crossed paths for some reason. But give him my best when you see him.
I will.
All right, here's the song. I got a story about this song. So a while back, some people I know through other people, they, well, friends of Nancy's, they had lost a brother and a boyfriend and one of her friends, and they were kind of cleaning up his estate and you know, getting it ready to sell and stuff. And they asked Nancy if she wanted to. He had a big pile of firewood. He lived out on the river. His name was Scott. I'd never met him before, but they asked Nancy if she wanted to come out there and take a look at some of this firewood, because we got a fireplace. And they ended up giving us a wood stove. He had several wood stoves sitting in his shed out there, as he had upgraded over the years. And so I ended up coming home with a couple cords of wood, nice good firewood, and a wood stove, which I immediately installed in my garage. It gave me a place to hang out in the wintertime and play my guitar. And I thought, never got a chance to meet Scott. But since he was a guy that lived down by the Platte River and fished and kind of lived in the country and stuff, I'm sure he's somebody I would have got along with. So I thought we better write Scott a song about that wood stove. This is my latest song. I haven't recorded this one yet, but so it's pretty green. But it's called "Friend I Never Knew." old wood stove that once was yours is in my shed out back. That cord of oak is out there too. I got it in a stack. And I wished I'd got to shake your hand, just a chance to say thank you. But for now this song will have to do. Those boots you never got to wear, they came home with me too. Every time I got 'em on, can't help but think of you. And funny how things come to pass with souls like me and you. You're just a friend I never knew. In my mind, I can see us now, catching fish and raising hell. And heaven knows what we might do. But between me and you, I wish I'd got to shake your hand, maybe buy a drink or two. But for now this song will have to do. In my mind, I can see us now, catching fish and raising hell. And heaven knows the things we do. The song will have to do. Just a song for a friend I never knew. Thank you, my friend I never knew. Thank you, my friend I never knew. A little something brand new for you. Here's one from the latest album. This is called In a Country Song. This is one of them songs that's a little autobiographical. Did I just say that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Those are some big words, guitar boy. The song's titled In a Country Song. That's right, I went country on you. Kind of has to do with looking back on my life. All the elements of a country song are in there. You can figure it out for yourself. This song was laden with electric guitar. Mm-hmm. So you can imagine what it's like trying to just pull it off with one acoustic. I'll do my best. In a country song. These hard times, they ain't nothing new to me. I live where money's short and the days are long. These hard times, through them I have learned about myself. They give me strength to carry on. So many lessons learned the hard way. This road I'm on is oh so long. The price I've paid, this life that I've made makes me feel like I've been living in a country song. Yeah, I've known love more often than I care to see. There's always been this need to move along. Yeah, I've known love, but now it seems like nothing more than lines that I've penned to a song. So many lessons learned the hard way. This road I'm on is oh so long. And the price I've paid for this life that I've made makes me feel like I've been living in a country song. You can't change what's done, but knows what lies ahead. So why just live from song to song? So many lessons learned the hard way. This road I'm on is oh so long. And the price I've paid for this life that I've made makes me feel like I've been living in a country song. In a country song. In a country song. In a country song. It's in a country song.
Nice. Beautiful.
All right. How's your drink, Brent?
It is. It's still hanging in there, surprisingly.
I got a little left.
Cheers, you guys. I just see Mars' hand sticking out.
Cheers.
Thank you for having me here in your lovely basement. Nice
bet.
setup you have here. This is what we do now, I guess.
For the time being, yes.
Pour down.
I'm really curious how this is all going to pan out.
Me too.
I'm not sure I didn't have that stuff already.
Mars too.
Back in it came through our house last January. We were sicker than heck.
Yep. Mars was sick in January.
Yeah, and did you have a cough that hung on for like 8 weeks?
Yep.
I think I'm immune.
Me too.
Yep, she does too.
I'll drink to that.
Here's to that. That's one of those statements like, I just drank myself sober. That's right up there.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to play a few more.
All right.
Here's a song about me and Nancy's life together. Actually about me just finally figuring it out. It's called Baby I Know. There once was a time, not so long ago, I was drifting through life, not knowing where to go. Then you came into my life, and we took it kind of slow. And baby, you and I, we took these old walls and made a house a home. Sometimes in a life, you may find you just don't know. Is it worth even trying when progress comes so